Hello, today we are going to be doing this side gathered dress with one armless sleeve while the other hand is sleeveless. Now, diving into it, my shoulder is 14. I'll be adding half inch. Before taking my bodice, I am leaving half inch on the top of my pattern paper. Now, I took my bust point, my under bust point, my waist point, and then my hip point. I am linking that together here. Then I'll now take my chest point, which was 7.5. Either call it your chest point or your armhole point. Bust point. I'm taking my labeling so that you understand what I took. And then hip point. Bust point, under bust point, waist point, and then hip point. My chest point, I still took the 7.5. Slanting my shoulder by 1 inch. My neck circumference, I am going to take 2.5. I'm coming down by 3 inches. Then I'll link and then slant. For my shoulder midpoints, I took 4, and I'm going to come back from that midpoint by half inch. You can notice the half inch on my curve. And then I'm going to take my body measurement. I have 36 by 4, 9. Under bust 31 by 4 is going to give me 7.75. Waist point 29, you divide it by 4. Hip point 43, I divide it by 4. Adding 1 inch sewing allowance. Then I'll link. Same thing I took on my hip point, I'll be taking it on the length of my gown. Remember, now for the waist point, I'll be going up by 2 inches and then coming down by 5.5 inches. Now for my round, I will be taking 2 inches. I'll taking 2 inches of round to form my circle. Then I'll link. Please use your curved ruler. Coming up, I will take my up 5.5. I'm trying to link my sewing allowance so I don't make mistake. 5.5, please remember 5.5. Then my down, I am taking 5 inches. Then I'll link. Then I'll cut off things of my labeling. I'm trying to trace out my bodies. Tracing out. Please remember to use your curved ruler and use your ruler properly. I am used to doing these things. That is why you see me not using my curved ruler. Now I'm going to trace out. You can see the way I am carefully tracing out that circle to get just the other part. Now we don't need the circle no more. You trash that one side. And then I'm going to do the spread and place method. Before doing that, I am going to measure out 1 inch round. I mean 1 inch from my up to my down. So 1 inch, dividing this our pattern, this piece we just cut out, I am going to divide it into 4, 1 inch each. Then I'll link 1 inch. I'll link. Then I'll take my labeling, I mean my numbers. So I numbered from 1 to 4. Then I'll cut out. After cutting out, I'll have to take it to my pattern paper and do the place and spread method, leaving 2 inches in between each placement. So I'll show you that here. If I come here, I will place my clothes, which you're saying, or rather my piece, the one that I cut out, I'll place the 4 of them, leaving 2 inches in between. What I mean by that is, if I place 1, I'll measure 2 inches before placing 2. Once I place 2, I'll measure 2 inches before placing 3. So you can use your paper tape to help you hold down the piece together so they don't scatter all over the place and they don't give you the right measurements you're looking for. A bounding force. The paper tape is your bounding force. So you bound your paper together. Now I'll link the curved on the upside so that I don't make mistake while cutting out. Then you trace out. You go back to your paper, you place it the same way you cut it out, the same way you cut it out, and then you tape. So after taping, I think there will be no need for the piece I placed on the pattern paper, the one I use in tracing out my 2 inches, my gathers, I mean to say. I'll be taking that one out because there will be no need for it. And after that, I am going to take my shoulder, the one sleeve part. I am going to come down I'm coming down by 6 inches, then linking down to that my armhole point, because I don't want my boobs showing. I came down because after biasing, I think I'm still going to have my 6.5 back. So I came down by 6 inches. Moving forward, I'm trying to tape everything properly so that nothing goes off and then I don't miss my papers or my placements later. Now I am placing this on the fabric and tracing. Now if you notice, my fabric is longer than my dress. That was what I was trying to explain. My pattern paper was quite short. Now tracing it exactly because I think I've allowed and done all my allowance taking on the dress properly. I am placing this on my dress, just straight down on my dress. Everything has been taken properly, so there's no need for leaving half inch round. Remember, this dress does not have zip, so there will be no need for zip allowance. I just folded my fabric into 2. For me, I'm using 2 yards. I folded my 2 yards into 2. that was just it. And then I did my tracing round. I did not leave any half inch because I've already done my proper measurements. Once again, I didn't leave half inch. I traced everything exactly because I was very cautious. I took caution when I was very cautious, and I took caution when I was cutting, when I was doing my body's measurements and cutting my pattern paper. Tracing everything exactly. Now, if you've noticed something on this dress, one side is always longer than the other side. The side with the gathers is always longer than the side without the gathers. Now, we are going to go up by 6 inches and then link from the down of that gather side to my 6 inches, slanting it downwards. You can make yours 8, you can make yours 10, depending on how much you want one side to be longer than the other. Thank you for staying tuned. Please share and like. So this is the outcome. This is the outcome. That is our gathers, the one sleeve, and this is our dress. This is our gorgeous dress. You can notice that the side is longer than the other side, so you can decide to make yours longer or shorter, depending